Michael White is a convicted felon who's been on the run for the past 3 years. Investigators say he was on probation when he opened fire on a group of people, including children, all over a video game scuffle. Police charged the 41-year-old with 32 criminal counts, including attempted murder. But White has yet to be captured. The U.S. Marshals Service now joining the search.
April 18th, 2021, Hagerstown, Maryland. A group of friends are playing video games inside of a home when suddenly an argument over the game turns into a fistfight.
There was a dispute.
Investigators say as two men leave the home, a neighbor recognizes one of them and watches as the suspects begin puncturing holes in the neighbor's car tires. The next morning, she discovers she too had been targeted.
Another neighbor walked out of her home and noticed that her tires were slashed as well.
The woman, investigators say, calls and confronts the two men, identified by investigators as Patrick Young and Michael White from Baltimore. The argument escalating. Investigators say as the neighbors were outside repairing their car tires, Young and White appeared and confronted them.
There were several people that were outside attempting to fix the tires. There were some words that were said, and that's the time where Mr. White pulled out a handgun.
White, investigators say, firing into the group, then running from the scene. One of the bullets striking a car, but thankfully not a person. The crime, investigators say, caught on video.
With the witness statements and the video surveillance, law enforcement was able to identify Mr. White as the shooter.
Investigators discover White was on probation and already prohibited from possessing a firearm. His criminal history, lengthy. Investigators detail White has about a half dozen convictions out of Baltimore City alone, dating back more than 20 years, including in 2002 for attempting to manufacture and distribute narcotics and armed robbery, in 2005 and 2008 for possessing, manufacturing, and/or distributing drugs, and in 2017 for conspiring to distribute drugs. From that case, White was placed on probation. Court records show he violated that probation, and in 2020, a warrant was issued for his arrest, but it was never served. A year later, investigators say White goes on to open fire into the group of people all over a video game scuffle.
Mr. White has been on the run for 3 years. It makes it extremely important for us to get him off the street as soon as possible. Mr. White is a convicted felon. He's carrying a firearm. He has discharged that firearm into a crowd of people. And at this point, being on the run for so long, he has been able to gain strategies to elude police.
Take a good look. White stands at about 5'6" and weighs approximately 170 pounds. Investigators point out he has a distinct scar above his left eyebrow. Investigators warn he's known to have violent tendencies and is believed to be armed and dangerous. White, from Baltimore, known to be in the western part of the state or here in the city. If you have any information regarding his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the U.S. Marshals Service. The tip line number right here, 1-877-WANTED-2. Or you can contact agents directly at 202-819-5058. Remember, you can always remain anonymous, and you could earn a reward. I'm Alexa Ashwell, and this is Maryland's Most Wanted.